why? With some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's talk a little number one pound for pound in the boxing world, undisputed in the boxing world. Things is very hard to achieve. You know, number one pound for pound is not easy, right? Especially if it's reluctantly given to you. Then, you know, to be undisputed. There's only two of them in all of boxing right now. So that's be Terence Crawford, who's been in the news of late, right? You know, for several reasons. Guy is a bad dude. Now, what I believe is that the boxing world doesn't really want this guy to become undisputed in two weight divisions. That's what he's really going for. Even though of late he said that's not what he's going for right now because he's been undisputed before, but it's because of the things, the distractions that keep being the hurdles that they keep giving him, right? It's distraction after distraction. Right now, it's the Shawn Porter fight, right? Now, the people are saying in mainstream media he should fight Shawn Porter instead of Yordenis Ugas, for example, who has the WBA title. Right? He wants to get that title. He has Shawn Porter on hold, which is a hard fight to be on hold, but he has him on hold because he would rather get, of course, Manny Pacquiao, the legend he's been trying to get for about 6 years. It's been documented. That's who you want first. After that, of course, would be Spence. Now, we had Errol Spence has been telling him some crazy stuff like you can get 70-30 or even 80-20 if you keep messing with me. You know, that's going to irk a number one pound for pound and an undisputed guy. Any of them. It doesn't matter who. Whoever you call number one pound for pound or undisputed in the weight division, let somebody come to them and say 70-30 or 80-20. Whoever it is going to get irked by it at minimum. Right? So he has a right to be irked by whoever that is because the other guy's more popular. So those are the things, right? So people would rather him fight Shawn Porter, but Shawn Porter doesn't have a title. This guy Ugas arguably beat Shawn Porter, right? So therefore, actually, Shawn Porter needs to rematch Ugas, to be honest with you. But here's something when we talk about Terence Crawford. Does he have to rematch? Right? You looked at his career. What fight has he been in where it's like, man, you need to rematch him because that was real close. He doesn't have those. Everyone surrounding him does. If you want to talk the best welterweight in the world, Errol Spence, well, his second to the last fight was against Shawn Porter. That was very close. Some people had Shawn Porter winning that fight. He needs to readdress that, to be honest with you. Ugas, right? We don't have to talk about him. He needs to readdress Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter needs to readdress Ugas. What about Manny Pacquiao? Actually, he needs to readdress Jeff Horn, to be honest with you. Jeff Horn beat him, right? And anybody. You can go up to the other number one pound for pound, Canelo Alvarez. Who does he need to readdress? Erislandy Lara, Austin Trout with that open scoring in San Antonio, Gennady Golovkin. He got a draw in that first fight, which he lost, and he got a win in the second fight, which he drawn against Gennady Golovkin. And I know some people won't say this one, but I will. Danny Jacobs. That fight was way closer than people we acting like, you know, because when any close rounds going to Canelo, because we already know that. No, Danny Jacobs and Canelo, I would like to see that again, because I think Jacobs would know, well, I better let my hands go even more, which is not fair, but it is what it is. Those are fights. With Terence Crawford, there's nothing to readdress, right? He's trying to become undisputed. That's why he would rather have Ugas than Shawn Porter. We should stop putting Shawn Porter in his face like he has to fight him before the other guys. He's going to get to Shawn Porter, but he's trying to do other things. Now you're hearing also about this Virgil Ortiz guy. Virgil Ortiz just, he's avoiding Virgil Ortiz, who is just making his name in the welterweight division. Now Terence Crawford's avoiding him already. You can't avoid someone who's, because let's ask this question. Virgil Ortiz, Terence Crawford avoiding Virgil Ortiz because Virgil Ortiz is the guy who beat. And what do you say after that? What are you going to come with Hooker? Actually, Virgil Ortiz needs to readdress the Hooker fight because Hooker broke his hand in round 7, I think it was. And Hooker had won about 2 of those rounds prior to that. And that fight was starting to get real good. Virgil Ortiz looked like he was in a fight after that fight, didn't he? I would like to see Hooker without a broke hand against Ortiz again, right? Your boy doesn't have one of those. Terence Crawford doesn't even have a Hooker on his resume. You understand what I'm saying? So he can't be avoiding that. Let's stop acting like Terence Crawford's not trying to achieve greatness here and trying to get 2 division undisputed. And I already know what he's really thinking. He's thinking 3 in the back of his head. That might be a little far-fetched, but 2 for sure. Now, Canelo Alvarez right now. He's trying to become undisputed at 168 pounds. Everybody's leaving them alone with that. Matter of fact, the division is on lockdown. Got Billy Joe Saunders didn't fight Demetrius Andrade in February, which he should have done so we could have momentum for the May 5th fight with Canelo Alvarez, right? But he didn't, you know, we're going to let him do it. Then we're going to have Caleb Plant after that in September. Caleb Plant ain't going to even fight until then. No momentum there. Canelo got 168 on lockdown. But at 160, where Charlo and Andrade were, no, he don't want to do that one. He had an opportunity to become undisputed with just fighting Andrade. Only Andrade. Undisputed on his September date. He didn't want to take that. No one said nothing. But now everybody's okay with him wanting to be undisputed at 168. Actually, they're saying, well, leave Canelo alone. He's trying to be undisputed. Well, damn it, leave Terence Crawford alone. He's trying to be undisputed. Because Canelo wasn't trying to be undisputed at 154, right? Because you know who were there? Two Charlo brothers, each had a title, and Demetrius Andrade. So not here. I'm going to be Leon Smith, and I'm breaking camp and going to 155, my weight, and I still ain't fighting them. Then I'm going to go to 160. Oh, I didn't really want to fight Gennady Golovkin. I threw the belt away with WBC first. But then I said, okay, cool, I'll fight Gennady Golovkin because I sure ain't going to fight Jamal Charlo. And neither am I going to fight Demetrius Andrade. Matter of fact, with Jamal Charlo, we came up with, you know, here's the question. When Jamal Charlo became his interim and then his mandatory, they made Jamal Charlo fight 3 fights. 2 interims, interim, eliminator, and another interim with Korobov, right? Then he was Canelo's mandatory. So what did they do at this point? They said, well, what are we going to do? The WBC, what are we going to do about this Charlo problem? We done gave him 3 fights to be, you know, to be mandatory for Canelo, and actually he was the champion in the lower division. We actually, at 154, he was supposed to be the mandatory automatically, like Ugas was when they went to heavyweight. But we're going to make him go through these fights, and he came through them. What are we going to do about this Charlo problem? The question should have been, what are we going to do about this Canelo problem? Because Canelo is the one who doesn't want to fight his mandatory. But they made it to a Charlo problem, and there comes the birth of the Charlo belt, which people are calling the franchise belt. I ain't calling it that. That belt, it was made because Charlo is dangerous, because we have to think of something to do. If Charlo's name was Zemaretta, Yildirim, Roy Fielding, or something like that, we would never have had a franchise belt. Therefore, it will always be called Charlo's belt to remind everybody why that's there. You understand? So he was allowed to do that. They should have asked, what are we going to do with this Canelo problem? They should have stripped him. Because everybody's forgetting that was the option. We could have stripped Canelo at that point, but we didn't, right? When it comes to Canelo, bottom line is this: you can't handle the truth. Canelo has made so many things new in the world of boxing, right? The franchise belt, right? People are going to be saying that, you know, well, why? That's the Charlo belt. You know, 155 pounds when he wasn't going 154 no more, and not even 160. 155 pounds. He had 3 fights there. Right? And everybody was okay with it. No one got irked. You know what the boxing world said? Canelo weight. You know, shoot. Glorified it, right? And then gets doped twice with clenbuterol. What do? We got a clenbuterol problem. What do? We don't tell everybody to stop taking clenbuterol. Hey, we're going to raise the level. So that clenbuterol will be basically legal, almost. A certain amount. Right? Instead of doing that. That's all because of Canelo. This wouldn't exist if Canelo wasn't there. We wouldn't have no franchise belt. Nobody would have went to 155 pounds, and we wouldn't have clenbuterol levels wouldn't have been higher. So the people in Mexico can handle their business with that clenbuterol. Right? So bottom line here is this. Your boy, Terence Crawford, is trying to become 2-division undisputed. Let him. All of these distractions with Porter, think about this. I'm trying to fight Vince, Ugas, and Pacquiao. Way more significant fights than Porter. If I can't get one of those, then I'm taking Porter instead of Zemaretta, Yildirim, Roy Fielding, or something like that. And here, let's make sure this is clear. When I say those names, yeah, I'm talking about Canelo and Gennady Golovkin. But I'm talking about, they also called the WBC and the IBF respectively, right? Called them so they can do these fights for them, right? Instead of normal fights. Hey, let me fight Yildirim, the title's vacant. They've actually done that. So when you have that information, everyone involved, mainstream media or people in the internet, you have this information now, and it is the truth. So therefore, act accordingly. Terence Crawford is boxing royalty. Treat him as such. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.